Jeeva-jago, Jeeva-jago, Buddha Chanda Bole. Kota Nidra Jao Maya Pisachira Kole. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Trinadapi Sunichena Tarariva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Ivakivalam. Kalo Nastyeva, 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 Gatir Anyata. Welcome everybody. This is the embassy of the spiritual world. That is how Srila Prabhupada envisions his temples. Every month when I come here, I always text my good friend Balaram Das for specific instructions. So he has asked me to speak about Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He is the pioneer person who envisioned Krishna consciousness being taken and spread outside of India and coming to the Western world. And he predicted the appearance of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. One of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's books concerning Lord Chaitanya in 1896 was there in McGill University in Montreal, Canada. And that year, 1896, is the birth year of our loving founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written many, many songs. And the genius of his songs is that he is able to explain high and complex aspects of our Krishna conscious philosophy, but he explains it in his songs in very simple language. That's a genius. So this song is one of my favorite songs. Jeeva-jago, Jeeva-jago. When Lord Chaitanya was in Navadvip, he had a following. And they would get up early in the morning and they would roam through the towns and villages of Nadia, West Bengal, with their drums, mardangas, kartals, and they would wake up the people in the morning who were sleeping. Jeeva-jago, wake up, wake up. Now is the time to execute your spiritual duties. As human beings, we have material duties, but if you're a civilized human being, you also have religious or spiritual duties. And those are best performed early in the morning. But this song, Jeeva-jago, Jeeva-jago, can also be taken on a different level. That although we are right now awake, still most people are spiritually asleep. They're doing so many things on the material platform, but they have neglected or omitted or denied their spiritual life. So, on another level, Jeeva-jago, everyone should wake up and heed the clarion call, heed this message of Krishna consciousness. As it says here, Gora Chandra Bole. Lord Chaitanya has many names. One is Gora Chand, the golden moon. And he's saying to everyone, Kota Nidra Jao Maya, Pishachira Kole. He's asking the people of Nadia, and again, on a more general understanding, how long will you remain sleeping? We go to bed at night, but we have to wake up, perform our duties. But he says here, Maya Pishachira Kole. He's telling the living entities, you are sleeping and you have placed your head on the lap, not of someone very nice, a witch. Witches, what do? They suck the blood of babies. You might know from the Krishna Leela, the first demon, Putana. And she came with the intention to kill Krishna. Krishna was 2 months old at the best. And her intention was to kill Krishna. She was known as a Kachari witch. Prabhupada writes in his Krishna book, what are the Kachari witches? They can ride a branch of a tree and fly. Kachari, one who can fly in the sky. So, the conditioned soul, oblivious to Krishna consciousness, is as if he's sleeping and placed his head on the lap of the witch Maya. What is Maya? Maya is this illusory energy of Krishna, the material energy. If you studied Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains in chapter 7 that there are 8 inferior material energies, but the superior energy is the living entity. So this Maya is the illusory energy. We take something to be factual, but ultimately turns out to be not true. You've heard this expression, fake news. So yes, this whole material cosmic manifestation is like that. It's an illusion. And history has shown us so many examples. I think, now I'm really living this material life. I've got money, I've got influence, I have so many things at my disposal, but then the day comes, it all comes tumbling down. Like 9/11, the 2 towers came tumbling down. So, the day will come for all of us in this existence of ours when we will actually realize, oh yes, it's an illusion. It appears to be factual and real. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are many, many verses comparing material existence to a dream. A lot of people don't like when I talk these things. That's okay. I have to do Krishna's message. So there are many verses in Bhagavatam. In fact, when I was a little boy, there was a song we used to sing. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Oh, you know it too in India? Merrily, 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 life is but... I didn't know I was chanting a Vedic mantra. And when I read these things in Bhagavatam, I said, Wait, I knew that when I was 5 years old. I didn't know it. I heard it. Now we're knowing. So, everything in this material existence is a dream except this. This is not a dream. This is real. This is Krishna consciousness. This is the spiritual platform. So all the different activities we do in our spiritual life, that's real. In the Bhagavad Gita, it says that these activities of Krishna consciousness can protect you from the most dangerous type of fear. The most dangerous type of fear is missing the opportunity of human life. As long as you have at least human life, you can pursue your spiritual identity. But if you find yourself devolving, Mr. Darwin Asura, he only talked about evolution. But when you come to Bhagavatam, you find out, there's de-evolution. You can go down and down and down and down to lower and lower and lower life forms. Eventually, you will come back as a human being and get another chance. But that may take many, many lifetimes. So now we have this human form of life. The Ishopanishad and all the teachings advise us, take full advantage of this human form of life. Durlabha manava janama satsange. Another bhajan, Vaishnava bhajan. Durlabha, rarely gotten this human form of life. So we should take full advantage. And how do you take full advantage? Executing Krishna consciousness. Hearing about Krishna. Chanting, talking, describing Krishna. Then remembering the different activities and instructions of Krishna. That's why I like to read that Krishna book, so that I remember more and more about Krishna's pastimes. Today, before coming here, I don't know if I've told you, but I'm in the process of recording on recordings the Krishna book. So today, this morning, afternoon, I began the Rasa Leela section. And after doing 2 sections, I felt so transcendentally happy. So nice this powerful Krishna book is. So, the business of human life is to reawaken our spiritual life, as Lord Chaitanya is saying, Jeeva-jago, and begin executing spiritual activities. Hearing, chanting, remembering, praying. We do prayers. Worshiping. We did the arti. This is why Prabhupada's temples are so nice. We don't just do arti. We also do kirtan. So we get double benefit. Double. You can go to some temples, India. They do nice arti, but no kirtan. But in Prabhupada's temples, there must be kirtan. Even there's no kirtan, at least play the tape. There must be kirtan. So there's hearing, chanting, remembering, praying, worshiping, serving. That now we're getting confidential, and befriending, like Arjuna was Krishna's friend. And then the ultimate feature, surrendering, complete surrender. And as I've said many times, making a little transcendental joke, there's a 10th process. There's Shravanam, Kirtanam, Eatanam, Prasadanam. The secret weapon of this Krishna. You've heard my stories. I've told it. Why did I join this movement? For the food. My first experience was so fantastic. I had to join this movement just for the food. Now there are many other things besides the food. But that taking prasadam, that's Lord Chaitanya's program. Chanting, dancing, and feasting. Not just eat, we feast. Today is Sunday feast. And I'm sure, because every month I come here, the prasad is too good. Let's give an applause to those who cook the Sunday feast. Yes, very important, cannot be overlooked. So let's go now to the second verse of this song. Bajiba bolia aise Shangshara bichare Bulia rohile tumi Avidyara bare bolo Hare Krishna. Come on. Hare. I don't hear you. That's better. So now Lord Chaitanya is saying in this second verse, he's reminding us of something that's described in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the science of God. So all kinds of topics are discussed there. Not just Krishna Leela. There are 10 different subject matters. You will find a chapter in this third canto where there is a scientific explanation of the child in the womb of the mother. It says on the first month, this is this, second month, all through, it gives scientific detail. Lord Kapila is instructing his mother, Devahuti. Very interesting chapter, very scientific. So, in that section by Kapila Dev, there is a description how the child at the 7th month has now consciousness has developed. Consciousness has developed, and the child realizes, oh my God, I'm in the womb again. Oh, I didn't learn my lesson. I've taken birth again. Oh my God. And the child in the womb, the neck is arched, and he's packed up tightly in the womb. And inside the womb, there are kinds of germs and worms. They're biting the tender body of the child. And if the mother, she's not a good mother, she eats hot, spicy food, it burns. It burns the baby. So the child realizes, here I am again, a fallen conditioned soul. So the child prays to Krishna in the womb. My Lord, if you help me and get me out of this condition, I promise to be a good boy or girl when I come out. So Lord Chaitanya is referring to that, saying, you promised in the womb that you would worship the Lord, but you have forgotten your promise. So I am here to remind you to pick up spiritual life, to pick up these activities and make good on your promise. A Kshatriya, especially, he has to keep his word. Dasarath, those who know Ramayana, that was the big thing. He had made that promise to, who was that? Yes, Kaikeyi. And she then took advantage at that time, had Ram banished to the forest. Dasarath couldn't believe what his wife was asking. But, and she reminded him, you made a promise. And what will the people say of the great king who went back on his promise? They'll laugh at him. He'll lose all respect. And then also Ram. When Ram first went to the forest, all the citizens of Ayodhya came, headed by Bharat. And Bharat said, I'll take your place, Because everybody loves you, Ram. Everybody wants you to be king. So I will take your place 14 years in the forest, and then you go back. Ram said, no. My father has asked me to do it. I must fulfill my father's command. So the word of the Kshatriya is everything. So we made that promise to Krishna in the womb of our mothers, that when we came out, we would worship him. Now, you are all good boys and girls, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. Anyone who comes here is a good boy and girl. So let's go now to text 3. Tomare loite ami hoinu avatara ami binna bandhuar keache tomara Hare Krishna Hare. Clap your hands and sing, please. Krishna Hare 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 Rama. Very nice. Rama Rama. One more time, everybody. So now in this verse, Lord Chaitanya uses the word avatar. Avatar means someone comes from the spiritual world down to the material world. But an avatar is not affected by this material world. Not because we all came from the spirit. We all fell down from the spiritual world. But unfortunately, we are all affected by the modes of nature. But an avatar, no. He comes down, but he is transcendental. So Lord Chaitanya says, why have I descended as an incarnation? Actually, if you study Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya is not an incarnation or an avatar. He's an avatari. He's the original source of all incarnations. Just like we say that about Krishna, the 3rd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto. How is it titled? Krishna, the source of all incarnations. If you don't take that, how about Bhagavad Gita? On Friday, I gave a Bhagavad Gita class, and we were studying chapter 7. So I pointed out, here is a very powerful verse spoken by Krishna. Mattak parataram na anyat. This verse is very strong by Krishna. Krishna is saying, hello, no one is superior to me. No one is equal to me. No one, no one, no one. That means Krishna is beyond God. He's the absolute truth. Everything comes from Krishna. Everything rests on Krishna. And in the end, everything will enter Krishna. So that Krishna came just 500 years ago in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So nice Lord Chaitanya is here in this temple. So sweet, Lord Chaitanya. So this Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself, the original, the source of all incarnations. He says, why have I come? Just to reclaim you. I like this word, reclaim. It ties in with what I said. Originally, we were in the kingdom of God. So what does the avatar do? He brings us back home. Prabhupada's Back to Godhead magazine. Back to Godhead. Just like I came here. I live in a place called aliso viejo. So after the Sunday feast and I've eaten to my full satisfaction, I will go back to my apartment. So in the same way, Lord Chaitanya and Prabhupada is taking us back home, back to Godhead. So therefore this word, reclaim. You have lost something and then it's reclaimed. So Lord Chaitanya, then he says, other than myself, you have no friend in this world. What is the context? Lord Chaitanya is pointing out that we may have so many friendships in this material world, but next time, who knows? I will go one place, my friend will, we don't know if we'll meet again. No, there's no guarantee. So, Lord Chaitanya is saying, but I am your real friend. Why? Because I'm going to deliver you. I'm going to bring you back. Say, this happened to me. Let me tell you a story. Back in 2008, I was in South India, and I visited the famous temple, Tirupati. And the family that was sponsoring me and brought me, we went very early in the morning for a Mangala Arti. But somehow or other we got separated, because in Tirupati they also have those security checkpoints and metal detectors. I was like, whoa, this temple is thousands of years old, but they have this modern technology. So I got separated from my host family. So they went to see the deity, and then I went, and then when I came out of the temple, I didn't know where to go. The temple's on top of a big hill, and the bus, they said where to meet the bus, but of course I wasn't paying attention. So I didn't know where to go. I was freaking out. I'm going, oh no, I'm going to be stuck here in Tirupati for the rest of my life. What? No one? What? And then I started to ask people, but nobody spoke English. I was actually hyperventilating. I was, after about 15 minutes, approaching people. Nobody spoke English. Finally, after about 20 minutes, I found some nice younger Indian people, and they spoke English. And so I asked them, do you know where I should go? And they said, oh, yes, you just go down here. And I started running and running and running, because the bus was, they told us, this bus will leave at 7 o'clock sharp. And it was past 7 o'clock. I was thinking, oh no, I'm finished. And when I finally found the bus, my two sponsor friends, they were waiting like this. And so I was practically crying. I got on the bus. There was only one seat left. There was a nice young Indian girl. I said, can I sit here? She goes, yes. And I had my chadar. I put my chadar over my head, and I cried like a baby. I was crying because, of course, it was very emotional. But I realized, without Krishna, what would have happened? Krishna helped me. So here Lord Chaitanya says, other than myself, you have no friend in this world. Why do we know that? Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am in your heart. You may have a friend and tightly embrace. They go that far. Wife or husband, they get inside the mind. But Krishna is right there in the heart. And he is, therefore, Bhagavad Gita says, Suridam Sarvabhutanam Suhrit. The dearmost, there are different kinds of friends. The Suhrit is the best. Why? The Suhrit is that person who has your interest at heart. Ask yourself, how many friends do I have that has my interest at heart? Maybe one, two. If you have even one, you're doing good. someone has your interest at heart. That's called suhrit. Prabhupada would sign his letters, your ever well-wisher. And we felt that when Prabhupada was here preaching. We all felt, all of his disciples felt, yes, no matter what is happening, Prabhupada he'll straighten everything out. There were problems. It wasn't like a rose garden. There were difficulties. There were problems, but you tolerated and you knew, yes, don't worry, Prabhupada will take care of us. And we never thought that Prabhupada would die. We thought, oh, Prabhupada's like Bhishma. He will die when he wants to die. But Krishna called Prabhupada, called him. And we're trying to recover ever since. But Prabhupada was our ever well-wisher, and Krishna in your heart is your ever well-wisher. Now comes my favorite verse in this song. Enechi aushadhi maya nashibaro lagi hari nam mahamantra lao to me magi enechi ashadhi maya nashibaro lagi hari nam mahamantra lao to me magi